I've always been a big fan of secession, so there's all these spoil sports that want to secede from the Union. I'm all for it, but I have always been a fan of it, and it's an interesting kind of science fiction. Like I've also like post-apocalyptic. People have to start new societies. There's a book called Utopia, which Northern California secedes from the Union, and maybe Oregon and Washington. I forget exactly which parts do that. I was amazed in the 90s because I was already a political junkie type kid with these ideas to see the Soviet Union break up and Yugoslavia and all of this, and then countries unifying together. And I believe in this for a couple reasons. I had to look at myself and discover why. I think one is just, I remember as a kid learning we were part of the great democratic experiment. Then I learned about scientific method, and it's like, when are you going to use the results? You know, you have to try more than just one experiment to get a statistical sample. How are we going to do that? And so that we need an ability to group easily and make, you know, what you could call a sovereign thing. And then philosophically, I believe in individual sovereignty. I believe individuals are sovereign and they should be able to reform, and there's overlapping sovereignties. You're not the God all absolute controller. There's more than one sovereignty, and you know, and you can, and the bigger sovereign groups need to specify fewer things. I mean, it's silly, I think, probably to leave murder to the states. It's probably, murder's a good example of something where that could just be illegal in all of the unions, all of the jurisdictions. But as you drop down smaller and smaller, and you know, do you want a village where people build whatever they want, or do you want it zoned where the businesses are here and the houses are there? And these kinds of local organizational ideas should just be local. So I'm all for people being sovereign. Now, how many people, what are there, 1 million or 2 million? How many people would want to do this? I'm willing to look in the United States, like Texas. Let's let Texas secede. I'm totally for that. Let's do that. I mean, I don't think Montana can secede. Nothing north of the Mason-Dixon line. Even Utah. But I mean, we can negotiate, you know. But I'm just saying, and but I'm all for it, man. I think we'd have a great country, that we'd be good neighbors with the missile defense and wall. We'd never have a war. I think, you know, justifiably, it's just that people are having this subconscious urge, like I have, to try new systems. They want to use what they've learned in their history class, you know, on some level. I agree with Alec Baldwin. You know, it's like in Texas, exactly. It's a huge area. You could get tons of conservatives or whomever wants to go in there, and because, you know, the people that want these kinds of other systems, they're going to have to get specific. Like, where would you like to try it? You can't just have the whole thing. You can't force me into your way of doing it. I'm allowed to cooperate with another 100 million people. And that's how I see it, you know. I see that there's a jurisdiction of limited land on this island, and I'm in a cooperative with the 170,000 people that have a county government that manages, you know, some of the juggling of the fact that we all have to weave in and out of this same limited space and figure out how to have private parts of it and share it, as, you know, in balance somehow. So you can't tell me that I can't be in a cooperative like that, right? Like, if everybody goes all private cooperate-yo, well, fine, I try to organize on this island a similar cooperative, right? So we're already in a situation where I have that. You'll just have to be willing to be specific. Where do you want? Because somebody already owns that place, but we could buy them out or something, maybe. Or just Texas, do it. Texas, Oklahoma, how about that whole chunk down there?